Is there life after death for your loved ones? Well, here on Resurrection and Life, the YouTube channel that talks about life after death and resurrection, we believe that there is life after death, that you will see your loved ones again, that you will walk with them, talk with them, be with them, not just for a short time, but forever. Because the resurrection, which is the reunification of body and spirit, means that we become immortal forever. This is what we're talking about today, and I'm going to share some scriptures with you that prove this. One of the great scriptures in the Bible is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, where Paul is teaching about the resurrection. Now let's first of all, before moving on to resurrection as such, let's talk about life after death. We know that the spirit never dies. We know that the body and the spirit are separated at death, that the body goes to the grave, that the brain stops working, and that the heart stops beating. But the spirit within each of us continues to live. The spirit never ever dies. The spirit goes to the spirit world. And so when you're attending a funeral, perhaps of a loved one or of a close friend, know this, that individual, whilst their body is in the grave, their spirit lives on. Their spirit goes to the spirit world. They retain the same identity. You would know them if you saw them, and when they are resurrected, you will see them. You will see them for who they are. Now, resurrection. Resurrection is when the spirit, which is waiting in the spirit world for the resurrection is when the spirit and our perfect immortal body are reunited, and we will live forever. Those are the facts. Now let's have a look at this scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Now there's various verses in there that talk about the resurrection, but Paul is speaking to a group of people who don't necessarily have a belief in the resurrection, and yet, for example, they are performing baptisms for the dead. And in verse 29 he simply says to them, why are you baptizing people for the dead if the dead rise not at all? Why are you bothering to do that if those people that have died aren't going to rise again? It says, else what shall they do which are baptized for the dead if the dead rise not at all? Why are they then baptized for the dead? Quite logical, really, isn't it? We also know from that chapter, it's evidenced in that chapter, that Christ, when he was resurrected, and by the way, he died on the cross at Calvary, and on the third day he was resurrected. Those 3 days were spent in the spirit world. He went to the spirit world and preached the gospel. That's taught in 1 Peter in the New Testament. But on the third day, and we celebrate that now as Easter morning, he was resurrected. He was the first to be resurrected, and there were lots of people that saw him and witnessed of that resurrection. He appeared, of course, to some of his close friends. He appeared to the apostles and the disciples, and he appeared to over 500 brethren, Paul calls them, many of whom still live. That was at Paul's time. But also there's a scripture that teaches that after Christ was resurrected, others were resurrected too. It says that many of those that slept in the graves, many of the saints which slept in the graves, were raised from the dead. So the resurrection is universal. It's for all. It's for your loved ones. It's for my loved ones. It's for your close friends. It's for my close friends. And I'm really grateful for this, because I've had parents that have passed on. I've got a younger brother who died in infancy. He will live again. His spirit does live in the spirit world, and he will be resurrected. And he will have the opportunity to be raised in the resurrection by his mother, by our mother. What wonderful blessings these are. God is a God of love. He loves you. He loves all of us. Now, life is a challenge. Life can be difficult. Life can impose some grief on us. When a loved one dies, yes, we miss them. We grieve for them. But you can know that your loved ones, your friends, do continue to live, that you are able to move on. And it's our mission here in this channel, Resurrection and Life, to help you to move forward, to come to have a knowledge of these things, for us to explain these things to you so that you can grasp life, grasp your passions and move forward, helping your family, helping others, perhaps helping them by explaining these things to them. There's much that we can do in life, and having a knowledge of the life after death and the resurrection can help us move forward and do these great things in life. I hope that's been helpful to you today. If you've got any experiences that you'd like to share with me, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, if you haven't already, I'd love you to do that, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I look forward to hearing from you very soon. I will be sharing another video with you very soon, which will go even more detailed into this scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. But for now, you have a good day, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Look forward to you joining me. Bye-bye.